What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Pixel Pulse, a video game podcast. This is episode 4. So grab a snack, press start, and ignore your backlog with us. My name is Justin Muslimi. Joining me, as always, is my co-host and good friend, Kyle. Kyle, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up, Justin? Doing all right. Looking forward to another episode of Pixel Pulse, talking about some gaming news. There's a couple of things in here that I am very excited to talk about, although I am a little bit disappointed that we don't have anything Final Fantasy this week.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is now. Is this the 1 out of 4, or it's the first time in our fourth
Yes.
in our episodes that we haven't had a Final Fantasy related content?
It is. I might just have to make something up. I'll just ask ChatGPT real quick and see what.
Yeah, I'd be like, quick, give me some Final Fantasy news. I need something.
Give me something to talk about. I need something to keep it in there, just to keep it
I,
going.
I guess we could just do an ad lib. I mean, we can just. I did see. I didn't know if it was newsworthy, but I saw that the Final Fantasy VII Intergrade launch on Switch 2 is selling extraordinarily well, to the fact where they're selling out of physical copies. Like you can't find them in stores, I guess. So that's kind of crazy.
I mean, I feel like that is just about every game on the Switch 2 because, like, for whatever reason, the cartridges are really popular. Like, it's especially true with retro games, right? Like, what was it, Chained Echoes? I think you couldn't find that anywhere when they did the physical release. There's
Oh,
a bunch
really? I
of
didn't.
other
I didn't
ones,
know
but
that.
yeah, and like the little physical cartridges, there's like a hot market for those that people just absolutely love them. It's totally different than the disc. Like I love both, cartridge and disc, but for whatever reason, like the cartridge just brings back that nostalgia, and
For sure.
yeah, people just eat it up. If I had a Switch 2, I'd probably buy it as well.
Yeah, I do have one, but I don't know. I guess I played it, I think twice actually, or one and a half times. I didn't finish it the second time, but I played it once on PS4 and about halfway through on PS5. So I was like, all right. I mean, I don't know. I kind of had my fill, but yeah, no, it's doing really good on Switch too. I think typically, Nintendo has relied on its first party games to get it through because I think 8 of their top 10 sold games for last month, they were all first party games. So to see a third party, get in there and really start selling is pretty cool. So,
Yeah, yeah, especially bringing such a big title over to the Switch and letting a whole group of individuals that probably never played it before get to play through and enjoy it. That's pretty neat. At one
yeah,
point, I
it
would have
is.
said, no, keep it exclusive on PlayStation, but now I have a totally different mentality where it's like, it's just such a great adventure, great story that I think everyone should have a chance to play through it.
Same. Yeah, no, it's good that it's opening up its doors for everybody to experience. It's a good thing for sure. So, well, how was your day, man? Did you do anything fun today, or did you just go to work, I suppose?
Go to work, I suppose, indeed. Yeah, normally, so I work in software product management, not in the video game industry, although that would be pretty cool.
Unfortunately.
It's unfortunately, but you know what? The video game industry, especially these last couple of years, is really volatile. I had a friend that worked at Activision during the Microsoft acquisition. He was pretty high up. He was a VP of software development for one of the teams on the Demonware side, and basically, like during the acquisition, they gave him the opportunity to switch to another team, and then they let go of his team, and then they let him go as well, all in the name of layoffs. And it's just been happening across the industry. I think we talked about it in our last episode as well. So it's probably even software in general. But I mean, right now
Yeah.
I'm working on a new release of my software product with my team. So it's been a lot of long days. And today, what got me through was one, Monster Energy. Obviously not sponsored by Monster Energy, but I wish. Maybe eventually we'll get there, White Monster. But also looking
Yeah,
forward to
hint,
this
hint.
podcast because I have a lot of fun talking about video games with my buddy Justin, of course. And yeah, it was a really long day. It was like I didn't even get a lunch today, so it
Oh,
was
really?
long. Yeah,
I've been
and
there.
I work from home, so it's like, what the heck, Kyle? You didn't get
Yeah,
lunch?
how am I
But
not getting time for lunch? Like I can't even just
it's
like can't pop off to get a sandwich just really quick. That's crazy.
yeah, it's. I mean, sometimes you're just like so busy that you just really don't have time. And like I mean, I get a snack, but it's not like I get to like take a lunch break and go outside and touch grass and see the sun.
Get some of that nice, sweet, fresh air.
Yeah,
Have the wind
yeah,
hitting you in the
definitely.
face. That's funny, man. Well, cool. I'm glad. I'm glad you're here, Kyle. I'm glad it's good to see you, man. Uh, I'm
Likewise.
glad you guys are all here as well, listening to us. Whoever's listening to us, thank you. We appreciate you being here. And yeah, we have some interesting news that's been happening this past week.
Yeah, and you know,
And I
before we get into that,
yeah,
if you are listening to this, I'd be really curious to know. Drop a comment and let us know how you found us, because it's just two guys, two best friends talking about video games, and we're new at this. We have no idea what we're doing, and so if you're here and you found us, I'd love to know, what happened. How'd you get here? So let us know in the comments.
that's a good point. Yeah, yeah, definitely drop a comment. Let us know because I'm really curious how the algorithm works. Because we're just a brand new podcast, so I want to see how it like puts it out there in the world. Who it's is it sending it to the
Yeah.
right people? I mean, I hope so because I'm trying to put all the right tags in, all the video game related tags, like Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, video games, game, you know what I mean? All the tags that you're supposed to put in for your videos. I'm trying to, put in correctly. So we'll see if I'm doing that right. I mean, hopefully, right?
I mean, so far, so good. I know we've gotten a couple of comments, and
Couple comments, yeah.
yeah, people that we know have said, "Hey, nicely done." But yeah, if you're new here and you just found us, it'd be really great to figure out how you found us. Like, where did we show up? What brought you over here? Was it our beautiful faces? Was it just to watch two guys talk about video games, or reminisce
Yeah,
about
some two
those.
middle-aged dudes, who
Yeah,
used
two
to,
middle-aged dudes talking about video games, and yeah, if that's what brought you on, great. Let us know.
yeah. No, I echo that. Yeah, so yeah, otherwise, got some fun stuff to talk about this week. What do you think, Kyle? Should we get into it?
Let's get into it. What are we starting with? Resident
Well,
Evil.
first, I kind of want to start with the Xbox Direct.
Oh yes.
I guess I didn't send that to you. I didn't send it to you, but I mean, because I didn't really know how to. I didn't know what to really send. I guess I could just send the Direct itself, but I just wanted to talk about it. I don't know how much of it you watched, Kyle.
I watched most of the highlights for the things I was interested in, which was Forza,
Yeah.
and Fable. I did
Mhm.
see a little bit of was it Beast of
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation, right? I did
Hmm.
see a little bit of that, and I thought that looked interesting. It looked like other games that we've seen. They're kind of like a dime a dozen these days,
For sure, it did.
but it looked good. For me, the best highlights came from Fable and Forza.
I agree, 100% actually. Yeah, let's talk about. Well, I guess we can just talk about Forza 6 first if you want.
Dude, absolutely.
Um,
I love racing games, so this
yeah,
is one I'm looking forward to.
yeah. I like him too, to a degree. You definitely, I would say, like him more than I like them, but I do enjoy a good racing game. So they showed off Forza Horizon 6 first. That was the first game they showed, and right off the bat, I just gotta say this game is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed that gameplay. They showed that car driving right away, and I just was like, wow, this looks better than ever. They showed off a couple cool cars racing. They showed off Japan, and it looks like they're bringing the culture of Japan. They're bringing a lot of that influence into the game. You know what I mean? Just how,
Yeah, like the car culture.
yeah, the car culture exactly. It's gonna have all those types of cars, and just the way like you see like the cherry blossoms, and you see all the
I was
different.
gonna say, dude, the cherry blossoms and
Oh, I saw
like
that and
I'm
I
looking
got
at a
so
picture of
excited.
the snow as well. Yeah,
Yes.
it looks really good. It just has what did they say? It's got that like Japan blends modern contemporary with like old historical really well in the same settings. Like you might have waterfalls and like a not tropical but almost like a foresty woodsy area, and then you've got like cars racing through it. It seems like a really great blend of that modern and ancient.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I remember watching that video, and they really didn't show them going off road much. I suppose they didn't want to like ruin the beautiful scenery because it would just look so good. All the little it showed like the cherry blossoms and the white blossoms
Yeah.
and all the different the aesthetic of the environment looks. I mean, it looks. This is the best Forza Horizon has ever looked, in my opinion. I mean,
That's
I
pretty
know at
good.
launch. At launch, they said they're gonna have. I think was it like 450 cars at launch, Kyle?
Wow, I didn't catch that detail. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
dude. So they're gonna have they're gonna have a couple of the Acuras in there, Alfa Romeo cars, Aston Martin. I'm just reading off some of these car makers that are confirmed. Aston Martin, BMW, Ferrari, of course, is gonna be in there. You see the Ferrari in there. Um,
Yeah.
and of course, it's going to be, very, very, Japanese reliant, of course, which makes sense. It's going to have all the Hondas are going to be in there. Hyundai. Um, it looks. I mean, yeah, I'm just kind of I'm picking at this car list, and yeah, I mean a bunch of Nissan,
I
Mitsubishi.
was gonna say I see Nissan, I see Toyota, I see
Yep,
like an old
Toyota.
school GTR in there from Nissan. It looks really good. One of the things I'm excited about for this is, and I don't know the way that the like car unlock progression will work, but I'm ready for a change from Gran Turismo 7 and the Legends auto dealer.
Oh,
I love Gran Turismo and I love playing it. I love racing in it. I'm a huge Gran Turismo fan. I've actually never lost a race to anybody in Gran Turismo like in my life. I've lost to the computer before, but like never to a real person just because
oh,
I'm like I'm just a huge fan. But when they introduced the
yeah.
Legends dealer and I had to wait almost 4 months for the Mazda 787B to come into stock in the Legends dealer so I could buy it. And I just felt like that was just absolute, like some of the hottest garbage I think I've ever seen in a video game in my entire life. The fact that I had to wait to get a car that I had been saving up for that I wanted to use in races in order to continue to farm credits and things, and they gate kept it for so long because they know it's so good. And in previous iterations
Yeah.
of it, you just go to the dealership and you drop the cash, your credits on the cars that you want. And in this version, you have to sit there and check in with it every day. It's almost like a gotcha in a paid game, and
Yeah, it really does feel that way.
that almost broke me. And it's actually a reason why I dialed back from playing it for a little bit because it was so irritating. Like I couldn't believe it. You don't get like a preview of what's coming either. Like they just
Yeah, and they keep wanting to advertise. They're like, "Hey, you want to spend $20 to get a million credits?" I was seeing that a
and a
lot.
million credits isn't even that much, right? Like a
No.
million credits in that game is you could buy half of a car, half of an elite car. A lot of the more expensive cars are like the good cars are 3 million credits and up.
Yeah, like just to get some of those like really really high end cars, the money you had to spend it added up, and that kind of that turned me off a little bit to it. The game's still amazing, but
It
I just
is, and I love the VR with it. I love sitting down,
yeah.
racing like
No,
looking over my
it's
shoulder and being in the cockpit. But I look forward to Forza, and the reason I bring that up is because I'm looking forward to a different progression system.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a different way of experiencing my favorite cars and driving mechanics. So it'll be real interesting for me. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I had to watch the trailer again, but I believe they said that the Tokyo urban area in Forza Horizon 6 is 5 times the size of any other urban area they've had in Forza Horizon, like in the whole series.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
was
mentioned
like, what?
off-roading. Like, is off-roading a thing in
It will
Japan? Or
be,
are they
yeah,
gonna
yeah, because it's an open world. You drive anywhere, but I mean, I think they were just hesitant to show it in that video for whatever reason.
like where can you off-road in Japan though? Like Mexico made sense, right? Mexico's got
Yeah,
a
in
lot of places
Australia
you
made
can go
sense too.
off-roading. Yeah, and like, but in Japan, I'm just wondering like what's gonna be like what will the
I guess when
off-road
you go off
trails
to
be
like the
like?
country, yeah, like I guess further out in the countryside, there's like there because Japan does have a lot of like countryside too, in the rural areas. But yeah, once you get into like the like urban Tokyo area, it's I guess it's huge. What they were saying, so
Yeah,
and they're gonna focus on like a lot of the weather, a lot of the different seasons.
yeah, that's right.
Here in this article I'm reading, it says, Forza Horizon 6 takes us to a new destination for the series, the beautiful mountains and urban spaces of Japan. It's the team's most impressive destination yet. Breathtaking mountain vistas and passes, neon soaked city plazas, and brooding dockland strips. Masterfully designed. However, the goal wasn't to accurately recreate Japan's roads and spaces mile for mile, but to capture the essence of the place in a smoother, condensed reality.
Yeah.
So I am eager to see like yeah like every season you're gonna be able to like go to basically like visit in the game. Or I don't know if it's just each section of the map has a different season, or if the season changes in real time. I that wasn't really explained well, so I'm curious how that's gonna work.
I'm curious
But
about that too because I know like in like Spider-Man, for example, where you couldn't set the time of day. I think in Spider-Man 2, and then they implemented that later. I know that's something that can be kind of a hot topic with everyone because, like, if there's a snow season, you're gonna you're gonna have to let me turn on the snow like anytime I please because I just may want to go drifting all around Japan in the snow, and I don't want to have to wait for it to happen on like the calendar year or whatever scenario needs to happen.
right, I mean yeah, no, I agree with that. And I did see, you see, they had like some sort of like settlement, almost like a settlement builder feature in the game.
I
Well,
did, yeah.
yeah, you build like your own. It's like your own compound, but you can like build upon it, and your friends can come visit it in real time. Like if you do like a multiplayer, if you host like a
Yeah,
multiplayer session, they can come drive
I,
around
s-
it,
I
check it
saw
out.
that, and it was a little bit confusing because, like, as far as I know, I don't think you can get out of your car, right? Like,
No, no, yeah, you just drive around it and like check it out that way. At
okay,
least, yeah, yeah. If they, I'm almost positive you can't get out of your car, but it's kind of cool just having a compound and you build upon it. And you can see it in real time in the world, and your friends can come like hop over and check it out too.
you know what they should do? They should add as part of that compound like an indoor karting arena. So like you can add a go-kart arena to your compound, and then you could like build your indoor track, and all your buddies show up, and then you guys go instead of like taking to the streets, you do like an indoor kart race.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, dude, yeah, that's a good idea, Kyle. I like that. That's great. Yeah. So yeah, Forza 6 launches as was leaked and it was correct. It launches May 19th. So that's for Xbox and PC. If you're on PS5, you'll have to wait a little longer, although not too long, according to what they had said. They said later this year for when the PS5 version is complete. So that
Yeah.
3 months, 5 6 months, who knows? But it's coming out this year, so that's reassuring to fans of Forza Horizon on PS5.
I think it's probably complete. Like at this point, the game is probably basically done, and a lot of what
Yeah,
they're doing is likely, you know, bug fixes and testing to make sure that the game is going to deliver that experience that that gamers are going to want. And with the tech stack for PlayStation 5 being different from what they're used to developing for PC and Xbox, they're probably just taking some extra time to make sure that what they've done is going to translate well over to that side of things.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited for it, to be honest. I'm not a huge racing guy, but this looks really good. So I'm hopping on the Forza Bros bandwagon, and I'm gonna look forward to this
Heck
one for
yeah.
sure.
Do you think they'll
So
do VR for it at some point?
I don't, I don't. I that'd be cool, but I don't know. The VR bubble is looking shaky lately, so I don't know if they're gonna want to support that. Although they did support, they did support Flight Simulator on with VR on PS5. So
Okay. I'm gonna
who
have to get
knows?
Flight Simulator, I guess. I was not aware. I keep checking it to see if they've added it, and I guess I missed the VR portion of it.
Unless, well, okay, so maybe they haven't added it yet, but they said it was coming. So they might not have added it yet, Kyle. So I want to kind of
Okay.
retract that a little bit, but it's coming if it hasn't already landed. No pun intended.
Like, get real close. Don't you lie to me.
Don't you want me?
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that and see because
Yeah.
the only reason I have not picked up Flight Sim is because I really wanted to see if they were going to do VR for it because I wanted to experience that because I do enjoy flying. I just thought, man, wouldn't it be so cool if you could fly in VR?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be yeah. No, yeah, and they apparently they felt the same way because that's why they announced it. So it's definitely coming. If it hasn't already been updated, it's coming. So yeah.
Excellent.
So we can look forward to that. Moving on. Next on the list, we can kind of go through these next two kind of quickly, Kyle, because I don't think either of us are really that hyped for them. But the first one I'll go through, I'll mention is their mystery game. Now there was rumored that they were going to have a fourth mystery game, and they did. It's called Kiln. It's by Double Fine, and it's like you'd expect. It's Double Fine, so it's weird. It's weird. It's quirky. It's kind of intriguing. It's a pottery multiplayer. I don't really know how
As
to.
it sounds, kiln, right? So
Yeah, yeah. You make your own pottery. You shape it how you want, which I can see that turning bad. But anyway,
next.
yeah, yeah. So you shape it, and then you I don't I can't remember if it's like 5v5. I can't remember, but you go into these team death matches, and you fight the other team. You try and break their pot, I believe, and get the water, and then go over to their kiln to put out the fire. I don't know, man. This one's not for me. I don't know
Dude, they
about you, but
make they make games about everything these days. Like, there's even freaking games where you can go to work. And I'm like, why do I need a game to go to work? I literally go to work every single day. I don't need
right,
a game to make pottery. If I want to make pottery, I'm going to go get myself a kiln and some stuff and make pottery in real life.
exactly.
And that's how I would do it.
So, not for me. I do like Double Fine. I hope it does well for them because I like that developer. I really loved like Costume Quest and Brutal Legend. I don't know if you ever played those, Kyle, but they're really good games. Psychonauts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Not for me, Kyle. I don't know. Do you have any other final thoughts, or do you want to just move on?
Let's move on.
Yeah, I agree. This next game is interesting. This is by Game Freak, so the Pokemon Company. Beast of Reincarnation. This is an action RPG, third-person RPG,
Yep.
coming this summer. So I don't know what you think about it, Kyle. I think it looks good. It kind of looks like a lot of things that we've seen come out throughout the years. These action RPGs.
Yeah.
Nothing I would say looks that unique about it, but it does kind of give off this near automata vibe, near automata, and a little bit of Expedition 33, because what happens in the trailer is you're fighting. It looks like your typical action RPG, and then all of a sudden it turns into a turn-based game,
Hmm.
which I thought was interesting. You're fighting these plant-based creatures. It's takes place 2,000 years in the future. It's a post-apocalyptic Japan, and you're fighting these plant-infused beasts. Like I think plants have taken over, or they've infected the world, and they've infected everything around them. And you have to fight. So it's just a bunch of plant-based enemies, from what I was seeing. It looks cool. I don't think it looks bad at all. It actually looks pretty
Oh yeah,
good, but
yeah.
nothing jumped out as far as like being different or unique, or I don't know. What did you think, Kyle? Did you think it looked cool at all? Or did you like it?
No, I had the same thoughts. I think it looks good. I'm curious to see how it's going to play, and like what the story is going to be. It does give off vibes of like a lot of different tales of games that we've seen before. I was thinking Horizon, from PlayStation. I was thinking
Oh,
also the
sure. Yeah.
near, and actually a little bit of Final Fantasy with the new way that the combat works, with it being kind of turn based, like Final Fantasy VII, right? Remake, Rebirth,
Yeah, like
where
Rebirth
it's
and all
kind
that.
of,
Yeah.
yeah, where it's kind of turn based, but also mostly like action focused. But you can like pause and kind of switch it over. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how it seemed to me, and I'll be following it. It's probably something I'll keep tabs on, and yeah, we'll see how things look.
Yeah, I want to
Not
see how
not
it
one of my
turns.
top games I was looking forward to, but it looks interesting.
Yeah, same. And not. It's definitely not in my top five or even top 10. But it looks good. I mean, what they showed looks like it's got quality behind it. So I mean, it is Game Freak. So I mean, we'll see what they're
They can
capable of.
make good games. Like, why don't they take this same energy and put it back into Pokemon? Like I understand, like with Pokemon, they've got short development cycles and probably not a huge budget to spit out a game that's going to bring in millions and millions and be their cash baby. But um, man, like it sure is interesting to see the same developer that does Pokemon with, like, we'll just say, like a lack of imagination, just rehashing everything that they do for the last several years, go make a game like this, because now I just want them to take that same imagination and same effort that they put into it and put it back into Pokemon and see what they can come up with.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's part of it too. We're kind of seeing what they can do with a big budget because, with Pokemon, it was revealed that they only had like I think, God, I don't want to misquote this, but it was somewhere on the ballpark of like 10 million. Anyway, it was a really small, but I couldn't believe it. For as many copies as Pokemon sells, they were
Yeah,
given a tiny, tiny budget. So I think
pretty
that's
tiny.
why we're not really seeing. That's why we're not really seeing these Pokemon games get pushed on a technical level, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Even technical level aside, like the last one just being all contained within a city, I don't know. It was just like
Oh yeah, ZA. Yeah,
Yeah, Pokemon is about like encounters and exploring the environments and like going out, like leaving, like the game, like the original game. It's like you leave your home and you go out to be to battle the gyms and become a Pokemon master. Like you leave your area. In this one, it's like totally counterintuitive because you don't leave anything. You stay like inside the city and randomly encounter like Pokemon that are sleeping on the streets. I mean, I don't understand.
yeah. Just bum Pokemon.
Yeah, hobo Pokemon. I'm
Hobo
really not
Pokemon.
sure. Like, I'd much rather see them do some. I would have rather seen them do something with like Pokemon Concierge, like that, because that Netflix series was fantastic, right? Like,
Mm,
there's like so many different directions that they could have gone. I felt like this one was just one that was really disappointing for me.
yeah.
But
No.
we know they've got it in them now because they're developing Beast of Reincarnation and it looks great, and
Yeah. Um.
we'll see.
Maybe after this, maybe after if this does well, who knows? Maybe Nintendo gives Game Freak a nice new shiny budget to work with on their next Pokemon game.
I guess we'll find out.
Let me. Sorry, I gotta silence my phone. You think I would have learned since last time? There we go.
But really,
But
from the developer conference, the game that the one I was most looking forward to was Forza, but a very close second was Fable, because we've seen trailers for Fable before.
Mm-hmm.
There was the giant one that had come out years ago, or like a year ago. I can't remember. It's been so long. And now we've got like actual gameplay from it, and a lot more information about it, and it looks really good. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. This is my favorite game from the conference and the one I was anticipating the most. I've played two out of the three Fable games. I never played three, or I played a little bit of it, but I not enough to form an opinion. Loved them, so I was very much looking forward to this announcement, this gameplay deep dive,
Yeah,
and I would say mostly didn't disappoint. It looks good. It's going to be all an open world now, just one seamless open world instead of zones, which I think is awesome. Um, seeing some of those old towns like Bowerstone come alive again, and these the nice shiny new graphics. That was nice to see that. It's nice to see some of these new systems in place. Like they were saying, there's over 1,000 NPCs that have their own. I think I have a
they're all
write up.
voiced.
Yeah, they're all voiced.
Yeah,
They're all yeah, like you said. Also, they're fully voiced. They're all handcrafted, each with their own names, roles, daily routines, and personalities. So, I
and you
mean,
can
not
marry
to,
them all. You
yeah,
can
you
make
can marry
families
them
with them.
all,
You can
divorce
kill
them all,
them. Yeah,
kill them all if you want.
and they all have their own opinions of you too. So it's like before the
Yeah,
system was kind of like the wanted system, from like Rockstar games, right? Where it just whatever you did carried with you across the entire game, and like everybody knew you were a good guy or bad guy. But now, like how you interact and handle different situations is going to put you into different stages of like or dislike with the characters, right? Like you might have one character that thinks that you're a jerk, and another character that's like, oh yeah, this guy's the greatest. And you can also kick chickens. I saw as well. That was
yeah,
great.
that's classic Fable right there, kicking of
Yeah,
the
and
chickens.
it was a really great kick though too. Like I give that like a
Oh
nine
yeah,
out of
dude,
ten
he
on.
punted that chicken. Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah, that was great. That was actually the highlight of the gameplay for me because I forget how it played out, but like the timing of it, where they were like, be good or don't. He like boots a chicken, and it was just like, you know what, that was perfect. Like
You're like,
whoever
I'm sold. I'm
planned
sold now.
that,
I'm
yeah,
buying that.
I was sold before, but then I actually gave them my wallet when I saw the chicken kick.
Yeah, yeah. You just threw the wallet at the screen.
Yeah. And they talked about the giant as well, and some of the things that you can do to change the world forever. Like in the game, they said like the giant thing that they showed in the commercial was, or in the trailer, was basically a side quest. Like you can choose to kill the giant, you can be friends with them. If you kill him, he like falls over and changes the environment forever.
Yes, isn't that cool?
It's pretty neat. Like there's a lot of stuff in there that I'm looking forward to like that, and it actually kind of it makes me think of Baldur's Gate, right, where everything you do
Yeah,
carries with you through the whole game. Like the characters that you choose to kill or not kill in the beginning of the game, you'll find them later, or maybe you won't, depending on what you did.
yeah. And the morality system is back, but there's a twist to it now. This is where I'm not sure how I feel. They said it's not gonna be just black and white now. There's gonna be gray areas, right? Because not everything you
Hmm.
do will anger everybody. Like some things that some would consider evil, some would consider fine, or even
Yeah,
noble maybe. So you're not gonna like. This is the part that I wasn't like. I was like, I don't know, but like your appearance won't change now depending on like where you sway on the morality
hmm,
meter. So
yeah,
you won't like grow horns anymore and get like the gray dark skin and flies around you and the same thing when you're good. You won't get that halo around your head when you're good, because that's just not how it's gonna work in this game.
yeah,
It's just gonna work differently. So it'll still be there, but it's just going to tip the scale to certain people. So like in certain towns too, where you might be hated, other towns don't. They haven't met you yet, so they don't know anything about you. So to them, you're neither good or bad. So
I was just thinking, like, just walk into a town where nobody knows you, kick a chicken dude, then like set something on fire and leave.
yeah, and then just be like, all right, well, peace.
Yep, I'll come back later and we'll see how everyone likes me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know that I'll miss the morality system because it is a lot like other games where you've got different parties with different opinions, right? Like in Baldur's Gate, for example, you've got these like warring citizens against each other, like fighting over
yeah,
different things, and it wouldn't make sense for your actions to please everybody. It makes sense to have your actions be seen as noble or good by one side and bad by another side, or gray area and so on. So it is. I think that's neat. It'll probably add to some of the replayability too, because you could play where you do actions a certain way for certain types of people, characters, and then come back and try a different life.
yeah. I want to see what. I want to just follow somebody around because it's cool too. Because they said, these NPCs will have simulated lives with daily schedules, and their worldviews will influence how they react to the player's actions. So yeah, I mean, you can just follow somebody around, and you'll see them, get up, go to their job. You'll see them, after their job, they might do something like leisurely, like go to the pub, grab something to drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have this entire schedule, like day to day schedule. So that's cool. Combat looks nice. I mean, it doesn't look like anything, world shattering, but it looks like your, standard fare for an action RPG. It
And they're
looks
new to
good.
combat, right? Like
Yeah,
this is a
yeah,
studio that has not done combat before, so their
correct.
take on combat might be different from what we are expecting. So, like for me, I'll probably have to wait and see, like how does the combat play out. Obviously, combat's a huge part of it, but there's also all these other aspects of it. So I don't know. It looks good regardless, but it is a little bit worrisome that they've never done combat before. I assume they'll get it right.
Yeah. I will say this. One part of it that I thought was really cool is the limb system or the weak point system where I can't remember what they called it, but he was attacking somebody with this like chest plate or like attacking her torso. Wasn't doing anything. So he targeted, I think it was her legs, and then boom, like took her down because
Yeah.
her legs were exposed. So that's cool that they're gonna have that type of system implemented in the
Yeah.
combat.
I mean, like so. Again, it just takes me back to Baldur's Gate, where you've got all different kinds of situations where, like, yeah, you probably can't brute force your way through some enemies, right? Like, you might need to be a little sneaky and wrap them up in something, and or like put down ice and make them slip and fall, and now they're at a disadvantage, and now you can take them out. So that to me is neat, where it makes you think strategically about the combat and about how you want to handle situations. You
Yeah,
don't always want to run in, guns blazing. I mean, sometimes you do. You just want to run in there and start slicing stuff up. But other times, it's good to like think about what you want to do and then like go and do it.
yeah, and I think it's important to if you want to go from like melee to a ranged or magic, that it's gonna feel smooth. The transition is gonna feel good. Um, this quote from them, they were asked about that, and the developer, the director, Craig Littler, if I'm saying his name right, he said that was super important to us. The ability to go from striking with a sword seamlessly into a casting a fireball, seamlessly into using the bow to take out a ranged enemy. So they're gonna, you're gonna be able to transition to all that. I think really nicely. They're making that a pretty big focus in combat. So it looks good. One thing I am concerned with, I don't know if they're gonna make this date of autumn of this year because I don't know if you noticed, Kyle, but the frame rate in that direct a little choppy, a little slow.
Yeah, it did seem a little bit choppy,
Um,
and they're also like Autumn. They're also flirting with the GTA 6 release window a little bit.
they are, and that's what I'm wondering too. I think they're almost playing chicken with Rockstar because I think they are trying to test and see if Rockstar is going to end up delaying GTA 6 because there's those rumors too that it's going to get delayed again. So I think they're putting it there. I say this. I say if GTA 6 gets delayed, they're going to hit their date of autumn. I think if GTA 6 ends up, that they're like, no, it's coming. I see Fable getting delayed into like early 2027.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, but we'll see. Yeah, but either way, they have plenty of time to clean up that frame rate. It looked a little choppy, but I have full confidence that they'll get it working. I mean,
Maybe they're showing it on the Series S or something because the Series S is probably going to really struggle with it, I would imagine.
yeah, no, yeah, I I agree. But yeah, so it's coming out. If it sticks, autumn of this year. So hope you all are all looking forward to it. I know I am.
Likewise.
Otherwise, yeah. Well, let's move on then. Well, Kyle, this is kind of cool. Looks like Banjo-Kazooie now has a native PC port with 4K and 120 frames per second and ultra-wide support. Now, I don't know if this is exciting to you. I don't know if you played. I know you had an N64. I don't know if you played much Banjo-Kazooie when you were younger.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it was certainly one that I played. Not one I'm super interested in these days, like the retro Banjo Kazooie. It is neat that it's widescreen and like ultra wide. The what did they say? 4K 120. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
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 but it's like it always makes me wonder though. Like truth be told, like okay, Banjo Kazooie, the old N64 game, like does it need 4K? Does it
right,
need
yeah,
120? It doesn't really. Like I played Call of Duty at 120 and at 60. 120 is great because the latency is so low, but
yeah,
also the difference in frame rates um, is so taxing on the system that you get fidelity issues with like your resolutions and everything. So like I don't know. I think it's neat that they're doing that, but I don't think it's necessary at all. Like 4K for Banjo Kazooie on 64 is it's a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I missed the bandwagon on the N64, so I didn't get to play it until like much later.
Yeah.
But I did play Banjo, and Banjo I loved. It's probably my favorite platformer on the N64. According to documentation, it says here for Banjo, it's called Banjo Recompiled. The PC port supports high frame rates above 120 FPS, ultra wide, and widescreen modes. Now this is interesting, Kyle. Listen to this part. A dual analog camera. Now what that means is you'll be able to control the camera with just like the right stick. Because on the N64, famously, a lot of those games had horrible cameras because you just
Yeah.
had the one analog stick, and
That's right.
you had to press like buttons, and it would like snap the camera like 45 degrees. And
Yep.
you push it again, it would snap it again. So this is gonna have a fully analog controlled camera. Now that's cool. So I'm excited for that. Actually, that's probably the feature I'm looking forward to the most. Um, Instant load times, which that's nice, and then of course support for mods. So that's pretty neat. I don't know. I might check this out because I guess it works if you have an emulated version of the game, which I do.
Okay.
So I might check this out. One thing I didn't put here, Kyle, but I know you wanted to talk about it a couple weeks ago. Aren't they doing the same thing for Quest 64?
Yeah, I did see a random article that they're doing the same thing for Quest 64.
I don't know if they're doing all that with like all those features, but I know they're having like a native PC port that's going to support
Yeah.
some cool features. So I know you were excited about that because you were a pretty big Quest 64 fan. And you know what's funny, Kyle? There's a guy that I work with that I'm pretty good friends with. He is also a huge Quest 64 fan, and he listens to this show.
Oh, all right. Hey,
So
guy who also likes Quest 64. Thanks for listening. No, it was really neat for me that game because I've always liked games that just have that like Dungeons and Dragons type feel, right? Like the role playing scenario. And for me on Nintendo 64 and then PlayStation, Quest 64 was that. Like I could go and cast spells and fight monsters and just it gave me that like world feel that I wanted. And then I got introduced to Final Fantasy.
and you were like, "Phew,
Yeah,
what
it
is
was
this
it was like
storytelling?"
yeah, it was mind blowing. It was actually Final Fantasy VIII that was introduced to me first, and I
Yeah,
went
that's right.
back to seven, and it was great. It changed my life.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's funny. I was looking online. Quest 64 does have a cult following. Like it's got its fans that like vehemently like defend that game. I'm not saying it needs defending. I just, but it's
I
divisive.
mean, like yeah, it probably needs a little bit of defending. We were definitely, what's the term? Uh, we were like in Wonderlust or something like that. Like we're
No,
just we had our rose tinted glasses and everything. Like it was not a super great game, but it was like the best that we had for what it was.
yeah, yeah, cool, yeah, definitely. You guys made the best of it for sure. Yeah. So yeah, cool. I don't know. I will probably check that out because I kind of want to make a commitment and play Quest 64. I want to see what some of the fans were clamoring about back in the day, and still do clamor about, quite honestly. So that's something. Um, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say about this, Kyle, or should we move on?
Just one of the top articles in a quick Google search said, "I played Quest 64, so you don't have to," and it's awful.
Wow, that's
uh,
kind of brutal, huh?
yeah, that was real nice, but it's not the recompiled project that they're talking about. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So that's something. What we got here next? What's next here? Well, this comes way of mpfirst.com, which I seem to get a lot of news from these guys. They're pretty reliable. But it has been reported, this is just a rumor for now, that Rockstar might delay GTA 6 physical editions to avoid leaks. And this rumor has gained some ground. People are talking about this, Kyle. Uh, I don't know. I know some games, some big games in the past have famously got kind of wrecked online because they were leaked. Uh,
Yeah.
cough, cough. Last of Us Two. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember that.
I don't because I never really got into The Last of Us.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you remember you telling me that. Oh my gosh, Kyle, you are missing out, my friend.
I have tried playing it, The Last of Us One. I picked it up twice to play it, and I always get pulled in other directions. Even on like I'm playing it on PS5, like the PS5 version. I like the
Hmm.
story. I don't like the gameplay or the combat or a lot of the
Oh,
other
really? Okay.
elements. It just feels very unintuitive. The controls especially feel super unintuitive.
That
But
is.
I digress. We're talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, I think it's interesting because yeah, I don't know that will matter. Like there are ways in supply chain management to get your game out there on time and to make sure it's not leaked. And yeah, I don't know. I guess they just don't trust their retailers because they're going to hold it back from sending it out to them, so that doesn't get put out there into the world early. I mean, if that's the case, then they might as well just release it digitally first, and then say we'll start selling physical copies down the road.
Yeah, I don't know if this strategy will work out for them. Um, I just think it's GTA 6. Everyone's gonna buy your game, dude. Like no one's gonna. sure, we want a good story, but I mean, like, I don't think that's people just like causing chaos in your sandbox that go anywhere, do anything, feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it
I
it looks good. Like I'm excited for it. I think, honestly, like before I probably would have argued the other way and said no, like just release the game and don't hold it back. But these days, people are so adamant about spoiling and getting things out there first, and like ruining the experience. Like I think whatever that they need to do to protect the fans from having that story ruined, because the game's been in development for like a decade, so if they need to make a few weird decisions to make sure that those people playing it can have a better gameplay experience, then by all
yeah,
means, let's do it.
right. So yeah, here it says so the insider claims that Take-Two is currently planning a digital-only launch in November, assuming the game is not delayed, of course. This would also align with the fact that the PS5 Pro does not include a disc drive, and that a large percentage of Xbox players already buy games digitally. However, this decision could upset many dedicated PS or PlayStation players who still prefer physical copies. The insider also notes that there are conflicting reports about how long the wait for physical editions might be. Some sources suggest they could arrive 3 to 4 weeks after the digital launch, which is nuts. But even crazier is while others claim that they may not appear until early 2027. More clarity is expected around mid February. That's insane to me. 3 to 4 weeks or 2027? I mean, don't you think Rockstar would want this all ready to go, digital and physical, ready to go before the holiday season? I mean, you want to get your game into as many hands as you can before Christmas.
Not
So,
really. It's not surprising. I think if this is true, I think they're thinking the game is going to sell well enough digitally. Like they're probably looking at their sales and the sales of other games over time and saying, you know what, like that risk of delaying physical over digital is a risk that they're willing to take for the integrity of their story and game versus the extra money that they know they're just going to recoup anyways in just a short amount of time. And besides, like the physical copies, most physical games these days barely have any information on them at all. Like you're usually not in, like you're not going to play the game from the disc. The disc is going to do one of two things. You put the disc into your system, and it's either going to grant you access to download from the internet the full game, but then it's still gate kept behind the key, which is the disc, or you're going to download the game from the disc and still need the disc to play it. So it's like you're
right.
still going to have to get the game digitally into your system. You're not like the games don't work like they used to anymore. I still love having digital or physical versions of my games that I really enjoy. Um, like that I want to have like on display, for example. But like Gran Turismo or Grand Theft Auto is not one that is like that for me. But I can see that like they put so much time and effort into this game. You better bet they're going to take every measure possible to prevent it from being leaked and having the story ruined. Like
Yeah.
that's just what I expect, and it's not something that would make me too irritated because I'm planning on getting it digitally anyways.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, so I mean, I can definitely see them delaying it 3 or so weeks, but I think early 2027 into that territory is a little crazy. But I don't know. I guess I'm sure they've went over it, all up in corporate, and they've discussed it with all the different scenarios.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they decide. They said that we're going to have more clarity about it mid February. So
All right.
we shall see. But yeah. So moving on. This story comes from PushSquare.com, and they say all signs point to Resident Evil Code Veronica PS5 remake in 2027, the first half of 2027, to be exact. So It says here, it increasingly looks like Resident Evil fans can safely expect a Code Veronica X remake to be next in line from Capcom, as reliable leaker Nate Drake has added to the claims of the project being in active development. In fact, the leaker has gone one step further and claimed Capcom is currently targeting a release for the remake in the first half of 2027. The post on social media said, yes, Code Veronica is being remade and deep in development. Target of release is first half 2027. And right here they show the tweet. But so yeah, this I guess is going to come after Resident Evil Requiem. Um, Now there also have been rumors of a Resident Evil Zero remake, but it's not much has been said around that. I've also heard rumors of a Resident Evil 5 remake, but again, nothing
Yeah,
substantial. So I don't
makes
know,
sense.
Kyle.
I mean, they've been remaking the other Resident Evil games like 2 and 4, and I'm not really a
3,
big
yep.
Resident Evil fan. Like I played 2 when I was younger, and it wasn't really my thing. Like I enjoyed it, but I don't know, the horror games not really my genre. I really don't like having to wear a diaper when I play video games, so that's kind of
Yeah.
my
Um,
my reasoning behind it.
my experience with Resident Evil is almost exactly to yours, Kyle. So I played 1 and 2. Um, didn't really like either of them. I just don't like. Yeah, the horror itself is but the heavy you have to do that all while solving these puzzles, which some of them were really confusing to me,
Mm.
and I just wasn't into it. It wasn't until the Resident Evil 4 remake that really got me into it. Or I say Resident Evil 4 the first time that I liked, and then the remake especially is great, Kyle, because it's more of an action. It's an action horror, not so much survival horror.
Yeah.
So I do love 4. Um, the reason why this is intriguing too is I never really played Code Veronica at all, so it would be nice to see that in the remake format and see what route they take with it. If it's going to stick with that, that survival horror aspect, I'm sure they are, but it'd be cool to see a more action oriented version of that game, I guess. But I'm sure the purists would hate that, so I shouldn't even say that. I'll piss somebody off. There's somebody
I
watching
don't
stuff screaming at
have
me.
any opinions on it because I never played it, so I don't really know. I mean,
Yeah,
if
that's
it
fine.
looks good, I'll play it. Last Resident Evil game I played was one of the VR ones, and I tried it before I got my VR legs on me, and it made me so queasy
Oh,
because
sure.
the motion of like walking forward, but I'm not actually walking, like I'm just standing there, but my guy's moving forward. It was just so unreal for my
It's tricking your
intuitive.
brain. Yeah, yeah, it's confusing your
Yeah,
brain.
it
Yeah.
confused me, but I loved like pulling the shotgun off my back and like my knife and everything. It was
Yeah.
that was really fun. But I'll never forget like Resident Evil 2. My first experience with Resident Evil was 2, and I was a kid. I was over at like my uncle's house. I was playing it, because he had a PlayStation, and I remember walking through like one of the back offices, one of the back hallways, on like the left side of the station, and these zombies like bust their hands through the
Oh
side of the
yeah.
wall, and
Coming to
I
get
mean,
you.
I'm pretty sure I crapped myself. Like it was, I was just a kid. Zombies popped through, and I was like, this is how I died, like right here, and it was horrifying. Now I don't really get scared of it anymore, but um, yeah, it's never really been my genre. I like all kinds of other types of games, but like the horror survival games haven't really been my thing. Maybe with faster action and less survival.
I'm with you there, and that's why I do recommend if you ever get a chance, Kyle. I think you might like 4 because
Okay.
4 was more my speed because I also don't like survival horror, so 4 was really what kind of got me into it. So it's just yeah, it's very action oriented and just a good game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's cool. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to see if it's really good and people are talking about it. I might pick up Code Veronica remake when it comes out. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Um, let's see here. What is next? Oh, this is an interesting rumor, Kyle. curious to see what you think about this. Now it's saying so. There's been some rumors going around saying that Sony might delay the PS6 into 2028. Well, now there's an analyst that is saying that the PlayStation 6 release date is likely to be delayed longer than forecasts suggest. So it says here Sony will look to extend the PS5 life cycle for longer. And yeah, I don't know. I'm conflicted on this. It's let me see if I can read this a little better. Are protected, blah blah. That's just the financials. I don't want to read that part. Third party scheme networks.
So basically, what's going on is that the PlayStation, like Sony, is still doing so well that their like quarter over quarter results are expected to beat market expectations because of their in-house and third-party games. So basically, what they're saying is it's still like the PS5 is still so successful and is still like pumping up their cash flow that they see no need to bring out a PS6 because, as we know, it's not the hardware that makes them money. In fact, I think a lot of times they actually operate at a loss when it comes to selling the
Right.
hardware. It's the games that actually make them money. So PS5, I'm surprised they didn't mention the PS4 because they're still making games for that decade-old system.
Yep.
But the PS5 still has a lot of life left in it, and to me, honestly, it still feels that way. Like I know I got my PS5 years ago, but it still feels like I got it like 2 years ago. It still
Yeah, I
feels
know.
brand. It still feels brand new to me, and I've got the like original PS5 with disc drive and everything. So I get that sentiment, and it makes sense. And you know what? Like maybe by the time PS6 comes out, we'll have all new technology, and it'll be a bigger leap from 5 to 6 than it was from 4 to 5.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, Ida, but Sony gets they contract to AMD for these, a certain chipset. So yeah, I would think that the chipset for the PS6 is probably locked in. I mean, wouldn't you say? Because they do it years in advance. Not saying
I
they couldn't
mean,
change it.
I would say they probably do it years in advance, but I would imagine they don't know exactly what chipset it's going to be, but they probably know what they want the capabilities of it to be and what's possible. It is weird though that like whenever a new console comes out, like you see the Nvidia graphics cards and everything, like just so far advanced of consoles, like new consoles when they come out. It makes me wonder, like maybe they already have it planned out what chipset they're going to use, because the PS6 will come out and computers are going to still be like years ahead.
Right. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, I mean, the PC will always be, 5 steps ahead of the new console.
Yeah.
I I wonder too. I mean, I'm sure the RAM shortage in cost has definitely, that's contributed to this. If it is delayed, I'm sure that's a big reason why too. Just the RAM shortages because of the AI bubble.
I wouldn't think so. I would think it has more to do with just like what they're saying, honestly, like the sales. Like, why would you kill your sales and tank your sales over a new console that is just gonna like eat into your margins that are still doing really well and beating your expectations? Like, I think that's probably the biggest thing for them is like, why kill this thing early? Like, why put it down when we can keep riding that wave? And for me, you and I were texting about it. I do think I prefer that they wait, because I want them to stop producing games for the PS4. Like, I wanted them to stop doing it like 5 years ago. I think it's really sad to see new games come out that are still created for the PS4 that are truly supposed to be next gen games, current gen now, and their performance and graphics and everything is just, it's like hamstrung by developing for the PS4. And maybe by waiting a few more years, now the PS4 will be like 15 years old, and maybe they might say, oh yeah, maybe we probably don't want to develop it for that anymore. We probably just want to focus on like really advanced technology and making the best performance and graphical experience that we can.
Yeah, I agree. I wish they would have left PS4 in the dust like a while ago. I understand why they didn't, but I also, at some point, you have to push your audience to the new generation, right? Like you want to get them on that next big console of yours as soon as possible.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
by making all your biggest games on PS4 as well, you're not gonna do, you're gonna keep them there on that previous console. Like when they put, cause wasn't Ragnarok also on the PS4? I think
I believe so.
I
And
think
you
it
know
was.
what? You know what's really annoying though is like, I'm a product manager, right? Software product manager, and
Yeah.
like one of my big focuses is on the user experience and user interface. I'm signed in on a PlayStation 5 on the PlayStation Store, and it's asking me what version of the game I want to download, and it gives me the PS4 or the PS5 version to download. Like they know I'm on PS5, and they know that I want the PS5 version. Why even give me the option to download a PlayStation 4 version to my PS5 when I'm on PS5? Like that, they literally know I'm signed in on my PS5. They track everything I do on there.
Right.
So it's just like the lack of attention to detail for that, the lack of care for current gen users in that experience. Like I've left my PS4 in the dust. Like
Yeah.
some people still have PS4s, great. Like if you still have a PS4, that's fine. Enjoy it, play the games. Like I think back to when PS2 and PS3, like PS3 come out and PS2 was still around. It was like you had to, like when I went into Hollywood Video or Blockbuster, if I wanted to play the new games, I had to get the new system. And the
Oh
new
yeah.
games were
Exactly.
so much better because they didn't rely on having to be shared
That old
between
gen
the old
tech.
system. Exactly. And nowadays it's like, oh, you just get it on whatever console you want. Like we just want your money, and
Yeah.
it drives me crazy. Like I hate when I go to purchase a game and it's like, which one do you want to download? It's like obviously the PS5 one,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Like at least make it a default option for me in my settings. Like if you don't care about us that much, Sony, then go into your settings and make it a default setting for me to never ask me about downloading a PS4 game, like default to PS5, and then I never have to worry about it again, and then just hide it, flag PS4 on your system, flag it on the store so that I never get that option again. If it's a PS4 only game and maybe I'm like wanting to experience something from PS4 days, great. Like I can see that, but just give me PlayStation 5. Like I'm
Yeah.
really over the PS4 market.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. That's where I've been at for years. Just please yeah, let's just
For
default to that.
5 years is where I've been at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because as much as I love, God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West and Gran Turismo 7, 10 out of 10 games, there's still a little part of me that wonders what would these have looked like if it didn't have to cater to 2013 tech. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
Yeah, no, it's old tech, and like it sounds like a freaking jet engine if you can get it to turn on still. Like it turns on, and it's like the whole house knows that your PS4 is on, and then
yeah.
later the
Yep,
whole
it's a
house
good
can feel
engine.
that your PS4 is on because it's hot.
Yeah. They can hear it, they can feel it.
Yeah, it's an experience for sure.
So,
I loved PS4. Like during the time I loved it. It'll be the same thing. Like if they take PS5 into 2030, like like I'm gonna be irritated about that too because I want them to focus on the new tech and showing the best of their capabilities and not making every game backwards compatible. I want them to take old games and make them compatible with the new system so I can still play my favorite games, but they don't I don't want them to do it the other way around.
right. Yeah. No, I
But
I agree
we'll
with that.
see. We'll see what happens. I think a few more years on the PS5 is not a bad thing. I'm not ready to buy a PS6 yet.
Yeah, I think 28 is okay. Yeah, I'm with you. If it's 2030, I think is too long because I'm really gonna be hankering for like new technology by 2030. I think so. If they want to delay it a year to 28, I think I'd be okay with that. That'd be fine. Just don't take too long is my
Yeah,
take on it. But yeah. Anyways, we'll see what they do. All right. What's next here? Oh, this is kind of cool. I don't know. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this, Kyle. I don't know how big of a fan you are of these games, but it looks like Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition has been rated. Also, alongside that, a Rayman Legends remake is allegedly in the works. So, according to Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson, Ubisoft is reportedly working on two Rayman titles. The first is codenamed Iceman and meant to celebrate the series' 30th anniversary. And it is yeah, and apparently it's going to be out very, very soon. And considering the naming, that describes the recently rated title to a T. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen such a release. See Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. That's true. Now, the second project, codenamed Steambot, is arguably more intriguing since it's allegedly a remake of Rayman Legends. So, I think this is pretty cool. I'm not a huge Rayman fan, but I did enjoy Legends when it came out on the PS4, PS3. I'm trying to think which console it was on. Maybe it was PS3. Let me
it's
try and
been a while.
find.
I played maybe a little bit of it, but I don't know that I ever got too into Rayman.
Was Rayman Legends on PS3? Oh, what? Okay, so that is where I played it. It was PS3.
Okay.
They did port it to the PS4 and Xbox One and Switch and all that. But so I don't even know if it even really needs a remake because I mean Rayman Legends looked pretty good. It was a fun co-op game. I mean I had a lot of fun playing co-op with my older son back in the day. We just kind of slap each other all the time because you can slap each other in the co-op, so that's kind of funny.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
but yeah, I didn't play a lot of the Rayman games on the PS1. I played a little bit of one of them. I don't remember which one it was, but I wouldn't mind seeing a remake of it. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Ubisoft kind of needs something, but I wonder if they're just going to do a re-release. Well, actually, it says right here as the 30th anniversary edition, it wouldn't be surprising to see a re-release uh, of Rayman 2, The Great Escape, and Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc. So I hope that's what they do. I hope they do just the whole trilogy um, into like one thing, one remake. So that'd be cool. I'd be down for that. I don't know, Kyle. Do you have any interest in this at all? If it happens, or not really?
Not really. Um, Maybe at one point it would have been my thing. Maybe like for my kids or something. But I don't know. Not really for me. It's probably like a fun game. I'd pick it up if it ever hit like PlayStation Plus as like one of the free games. But it's not
Yeah,
something I would drop money on.
that's fair. Yeah. So we'll see if that materializes into anything. Well, it's fitting that we're on Ubisoft because there's been quite the shakeup at Ubisoft. Speaking of, I don't know what's going on with them, but this headline here says it all. I mean, Ubisoft cancels 6 projects, including Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake, closes 2 studios, and confirms further layoffs and major company restructure. So yeah, I think in all they canceled like 6 games. I Most of them unannounced, but the notable one here was
Yeah.
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, which I know is going to upset a lot of people. I don't know. I think were you a fan of the Sands of Time back on PS2?
I played a little bit of it, but I never actually got into Prince of Persia either.
Yeah, maybe it was Drew. One of our friends had it. Kyle, was it Drew who was like really into Prince of Persia? I remember playing
That
at
could
someone's
be.
house.
Yeah.
I think it was Drew. I think he really liked it. But yeah, so right here it says Ubisoft has announced a sweeping company restructure that will result in the cancellation of 6 games, including its Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake, and a delay to a further 7 titles. 2 Ubisoft studios will be closed completely as a result of the changes, while others are subject to further layoffs. Of the half dozen games that have been fully scrapped, Ubisoft is only publicly naming one today. Its long awaited Sands of Time remake that was rebooted once already. 3 of the cancelled games were new IPs, while one was a mobile game. Ubisoft's core focus going forward, the company has said, will be on open world games and live services. Um, Says here no specific detail has been given of the 7 titles that Ubisoft has delayed either. Though this number does include the unannounced game once set for launch before March 31st, I think this year. That is widely expected to be the company's Assassin's Creed Black Flag remaster. This will now launch in the coming financial year, so before March 31st, 2027. So this has been delayed a year. So that Prince of Persia remake must just not have been working out for them. I don't know. Are you bummed by this, Kyle, or you okay with it?
No, I'm okay with it. I'm not really bummed by it. I don't really play a lot of Ubisoft games to begin with, so for me, it's not something I'm terribly concerned with. It's more irritating for me that again, like companies just default to layoffs like the second that the winds change, and they're like, oh yeah, we should just let everybody go and restructure and organize when these people have been like dedicating their lives to these companies. So for me, that's more irritating, but honestly, like Ubisoft has been making really bad decisions in terms of like gameplay and the games that they're doing, the stuff that they've been putting out. So it makes sense that this would happen eventually. It's just a bigger shakeup, I think, than what everybody was expecting.
Yeah, it's crazy because like the Sands of Time remake that I don't know what about that game where they just could not get it together. I mean, they were really struggling. They had to delay it once or twice already. I think they had it. I think one of their India teams were handling it, but it was just they just could not get a hold of this game, and it's kind of weird because they can't. I mean, it's their own game. You're having that much trouble remaking your own IP. I just think that's kind of funny, you know. I don't know what is going on at Ubisoft, but they used to be the top dogs of the industry, right? Like they used to the early 2000s, 2010s. I mean, Ubisoft was definitely a top tier developer. Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell and Beyond Good and Evil. I mean, they made great games. I don't know. Um, I
Well,
guess
they were unique during the time, right? Like the Assassin's Creed games were different. There weren't games like it, and now I actually didn't see what the issue was with some of the games that people complained about, like Odyssey and Origins. I thought that those were a lot of fun. Um, but I guess people just get really, these days, they just get really angry and protective over like the experience that they want and really vocal. And I don't know what everyone was so upset about, but yeah, I guess it reflected in their purchases and the way that Ubisoft decided to handle things, and here we are.
yeah. Well, regarding the Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins, I think people were. I think it was the purists that were mad that because it wasn't part of that classic Assassin's Creed formula. It had kind of turned into like an open world RPG, so to speak. I'm not saying that was my complaint, but that was a lot of the complaint I'd hear from the Assassin's Creed purists. Basically, they were just angry that it deviated from that classic Assassin's Creed formula. You know, um, so that was the complaint. But no, I actually that's when I really started liking Assassin's Creed again. I actually really loved Origins a lot. Odyssey was fun too.
Yeah, Origins and Odyssey were a lot of fun for me. I liked the gameplay. It was pretty repetitive, a lot of it, but for me, I really liked exploring in Odyssey. That was the highlight for me. The environments were beautiful.
Yeah, they were. Um, Apparently, they do have plans. I mean, I think the Division 3 is still coming. I don't know if you ever played the Division, Kyle, but I got into that when that came out. I loved the first Division game. I played that a lot, and that was kind of the first extraction shooter that I got exposed to. They had a mode in that game called the Dark Zone, and it had all the extraction shooter type of rules to it. You would go in with a team. You could work with or against other players, and then you would extract with your loot. It was fun. So I am looking forward to the new Division game whenever they decide to announce that. I'll definitely be all over that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Ubisoft. They are going through it though. I'll tell you that much. They I know that the market hasn't been friendly to them. I mean, the market's really nervous because I know Ubisoft stock is like at an all-time low. I mean, it's really low. So investors are definitely shaky with Ubisoft now these days.
They kind of
So
remind me of the Mythic Quest studio from Apple TV, the show. Reminds me
okay,
a lot of that, like that, just that experience where you've got like just people so passionate and they're just trying to do anything to like save their studio and game. And yeah, I don't know, just the experience kind of feels like that a little bit for me.
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I never watched that show. I should maybe check it out one of these days.
First couple of seasons are good. They I feel like they dropped the ball later on, but the first two are really really good.
Okay, okay. So yeah, I don't know Ubisoft. I love you. I wish you the best, but get it together. I mean, really, really, really get it together, because I want them around for a long time. So I don't know, Kyle. Any thoughts on any closing thoughts on Ubisoft, or
No, I
good to
think we're
go?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you are you playing anything right now, Kyle? Playing any games?
Um, Not really. These days, I am, but not anything different than what I've been doing. I played a little bit of the Dragon Quest demo. Um, I liked it, and that's probably the latest thing that I played. I just usually these days I've been working so much, like I just want to lay on my couch and not do any thinking and like
Yeah,
playtime. So I've just mostly been watching
for
like
sure.
movies and shows. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's but by the time I get home, I just kind of want to relax. I have been playing one thing though I want to bring up. It's called Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. It's an old game on the Game Boy Advance that I haven't played for a very, very long time. So I'm playing that on my Rogue Ally. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm almost to the end. It's a lot of fun. It's just like another Mario RPG game, but with like a lot more gameplay to it this time. Some platforming. It's
Yeah.
cool. I don't know if you've ever played the Mario and Luigi games, Kyle,
I
but
haven't.
yeah, they're good. I recommend it for sure. They're good. So I'm enjoying that. Uh, and yeah, I don't know what I'll move on to after that. We'll see what I have a hankering for. Maybe some Quest 64.
Oof, there we go. Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I think that's all we got for you guys today. Let me click out of this article. I can look at the camera a little better. Yeah, no, but thanks, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with us today. Look, if you like this, be cool if you gave us a thumbs up. If you want to hear more of this, hey, subscribing would be super, super helpful. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you think of the show. Let us know what you're playing. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to see what everyone's doing. And yeah, just again, guys, thanks for hanging out with us today on Pixel Pulse. If you enjoyed the episode, great. If not, blame the patch notes. So, see you on the next one. Later.